scrap, 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 scrap.
Every dog has their day, man.
Every dog has their day.
And I think that plays into this next fight, too.
No!
No!
No! Don't talk about it like that.
I don't know, man. I think Francis Ngannou, the Ford Escort is fully revved, and it's driving him right through the living room.
You don't understand. They measured Francis Ngannou's punching power, and this guy, he hits like a fucking Ford Escort. Shut up, Stipe. Yeah, you're the champion. He hits like a Ford Escort.
I think that a lot of the first fight came down to Francis Ngannou thinking that he was entitled to the knockout. And that everybody in there is simply there to walk into his fist and die. And it seemed that way. It seemed that way. He's like, I mine sand and kill people. That's what Francis Ngannou's life was like until that point. And then he realized that, okay, with the dimensionality of a skill set combined with athleticism, that can pose a problem. And I can't be so singularly focused. I can't be so arrogant to the capacity of my opponent, because he had fought Curtis Blades twice.
Yes.
And he fucked him up twice.
True.
And he's like, oh, this guy's a wrestler. I fucked him up. Stipe, he's not going to wrestle me. Stipe was a better fighter, but this time around, he's 38, going on 39 years old. I think he's like 38 and a half. But he's coming in against a prime Francis Ngannou. And one of the things that I don't like for Stipe is he's coming in lighter for this fight. That was a strategy versus DC, but for the first Ngannou fight, he bulked up. He wanted to be stronger. He wanted to have more drive, more weight. I'm not sure that 230-pound Stipe Miocic is going to be able to plant Ngannou down and hold him down with regularity the way 245-pound Stipe could.
So is he confirmed, like he's coming in light for this, John?
Oh, yeah, no, he's coming in trim. That's what all the words are saying.
I don't like that either. So my biggest thing about this fight is really a combination of 2 points. Is Francis Ngannou thrives off of the idea that other heavyweights have, that if they can contend with him in this range, that they will be able to stop him. And it's just not the way to fight Francis Ngannou. And I think that Stipe realizes this, and when you watch his fight, a lot of the things that we saw, and I think that this speaks to the technique that Stipe employs that allows him to bridge this athleticism gap. Because if I'm going to be honest, Francis and Stipe, Stipe has gotten a little younger, and Stipe has gotten older.
He looks younger with his salon quality hair.
But
beautiful.
He's been, and he's looking lean, he's being strong. And one of the things that we saw is the ability to head movement, controlling the range, and kind of giving that extra thing for Francis to look for, slowed Francis down a lot. And that's where I believe that the key to Stipe is not trying to compete with Francis in this realm of athleticism, but try to slow him down. And that comes into where making him miss early and making him think about his shots more. Because that's, nobody bum rushes dudes like he did Francis, like he did Rosenstruck, and is thinking about where those punches are coming from. You're not. And what happens is when you slow that down, the hesitation, that's when the dude who's really fast and he's hitting those bombs, it gives you the chance to get out of the way. Stipe's got great head movement. The lack of the wrestling threat from Ngannou, I think, is a big deal when it comes to him being able to force Stipe into a position where he's not looking at the hands. It's really hard for me because of the lack of gamemanship that Ngannou employs during his fights. That crafty edge from someone is a big deal, and he's already lost to it, and that's the thing. So,
but sometimes losing to it is the best thing.
It is the best thing, but it seems like no one learned from Stipe. Everyone was trying to stay in front of Ngannou and counter him, and like, I'm going to catch him when he comes in. I'm going to be here. I'm a big heavyweight too. And it's like, dude, sometimes you just play the matador. And Stipe recognizes that. And in a heavyweight division where dudes are obsessed with knocking each other out, it's important to recognize when you need to play the role in the fight. And Stipe recognizes that, and I think it's going to do him well against in the rematch. Stipe, 5-round decision.
I mean, I think we agree on one point, and that is whoever dictates where the fight happens, like whoever can dictate where the fight happens is going to win the fight. If Stipe can get takedowns, he's going to win the fight because Francis doesn't have grappling cardio. And that's just going to compound over the course of the rounds like it did for Stipe in the previous fight. I don't think Stipe is going to be able to take him down as easily. I don't think Francis is going to overextend with such reckless abandon, and I think he's going to be a little bit more measured. Stipe is not the most unhittable guy out there. He's got a solid beard on him, but when it comes down to it, he got rocked a couple times by Francis, and that was about as good as Stipe could have done in that fight. He could have gotten, but he had to be perfect for 25 minutes, and he almost got his dome rattled a few times. So I think that those little moments, they seem to get washed under the overwhelming dominance of Stipe in that fight. That's Francis's fighting style, is those little moments, and that little moment just flips everything, and then you're dead.
Scrap, 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 scrap.
I'm mean, I'm fierce, I'm mad, I'm rude. I got that pro fighter attitude. I'm in the octagon with the podcast on. Let's talk about it on Scraptitude.